didn't expect you this soon. But before we get into this episode, I'd like to tell you a quick story. If you don't mind, please bear with me. Listen, there was a story about a young man that was growing up. He made a lot of mistakes, silly decisions, and did a lot of things that could have ultimately ended his life. But however, he learned from his mistakes, and he had an opportunity to grow into an older man, making better decisions and being, for the most part, successful. And that's what life is about, young men, is to grow old and do it as gracefully and safely as possible. I know this guy very well because I was there. I was that dude. We'll see you after the intro. Guys, let's be honest. There are too many times in our young lives that we do some of the stupidest things. And you know the saddest thing about it? It's the fact that they say experience is the best teacher. And because experience is the best teacher, that simply means that the experience that you might experience can be a really bad one. Allow me to go over a couple of things that can actually derail you when you are young and growing up to become an older man. One of the first things that come to mind is the obvious. If you are so blessed to have good parents at home, whether it be a single parent home or mom and dad are at home and they're quality parents, respect your parents. Listen to them. Look, I get it. You want to be young, wild, and free. But to listen to your parents, good parents, they're just simply trying to lead you in the right direction. They're not trying to ruin your life because they ask you not to cross the street without looking both ways. Doesn't make any sense. All right, now let's talk about school. Ultimately, guys, your teachers are the ones that are going to be preparing you for the future. A future of success, but it mostly lies on your shoulders. And that means to get your lesson. Learn to place the fun where it needs to be and the seriousness of getting your schoolwork done in the other place. But remember, your education is more important than having fun. All right? Prioritize and make sure that you prepare yourself through school for the future. Consistently think about what you need to do to be successful in life and to make better decisions as you go along. Now, another thing I would like to say is that I understand that when you're younger, you're going to be experiencing things like smoking, drinking, and drugs. Some of you will choose not to, and unfortunately, some of you will choose to do so. I'm not going to tell you not to. I would only encourage you, please, don't do the drugs, the smoking, and the drinking. And if you do, don't indulge. Just don't indulge in it. Remember, things like that can really lead to bad situations. They can, especially when you're young. You understand now, you're training yourself to do bad things, have bad habits. Try not to. That's all I'm saying. Let's talk about something else that you guys love to do, and that is party. You like to party, and I know there's a lot of underage drinking going on. And because of that, you can tend to make silly decisions because you are drunk off of your beep. The point being, guys, is that you need to surround yourself, number one, with people who are responsible. And you being one of those persons that is responsible. It only takes one time to do something really stupid while you're drunk that can land you in a coffin. So I encourage you to be very careful when you go out with your friends and you want to have fun. Remember, be responsible while you're doing just that. Another thing that you young guys do that can ultimately kill you is speed. I can't tell you, that adrenaline is hell. I remember getting into a souped up vehicle and I bumped it and that bad boy roared. I felt that energy go through me. There was another time when I was on the highway and this car was beside me and it revved this engine, and because he did that, I revved mine and I raced him. I was going through other parking lots because the light turned red to come on the other side and catch him, and I had to stop for a second. I was like, wait a minute. I could kill somebody, kill myself, get caught by the police, get arrested, land myself in jail, lose my license. There's so many things that come along with that. So when you're starting to drive, if you're not driving yet and whatnot, listen, that car can be your coffin. I would encourage you to be responsible when you get behind the wheel of that car. So I just wanted to go over a couple of things that kind of run through my head, that things that can actually kill you. Listen, it's hard being young. There's so many things nowadays that I didn't have when I was younger that you have that can get you into trouble and ultimately lead to your demise. I'm just simply saying, be responsible, man. Want to live. Want to make better decisions. Those that come before you, there's a reason why we sit there and tell you, don't do this, don't do that. So, be young, wild, and free. But please, I encourage you, do not let experience be your demise. I hope that you make it through every decision that you choose to make, whether that be good or bad. Think of the word stop. Stop simply means stop, think, and opt positive. Remember that. Stop. Stop, think, and opt positive. And with that being said, that wraps up yet another episode of Top Mail. As always, I am Keith Jason White, your host. I know. Stop it. Stop it. Anyways, if I have said anything that was informative, something that made you think that I cared, it's because I do. So, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell notification so that you'll know next time I upload. Guys, listen, I need all thumbs up, no thumbs down. Give a player a chance. And until next time, I'll see you at the top.